everyone, and welcome back to Sight Unseen. If you are new here, welcome to Sight Unseen. My name's Zoe, and I'm a visually impaired youth in the community who's made this channel to educate others and those with a visual disability on the reality of what it's really like. I have a condition called bilateral optic nerve hypoplasia, which basically means underdevelopment of the optic nerves. So in today's video, I wanted to kind of explain the differences between guide dogs and service dogs. If you do not know, I'm getting a guide dog this summer. I was accepted about a month ago, and I thought that this video would be appropriate because I do get questions a lot on what the differences are, so I am just going to go right ahead and get into the video. So, I want to quickly say before I get into the real content that guide dogs, by definition of the ADA, are technically service animals. They do serve people who have a life-limiting disability. So yes, they are a service animal, but they are not considered a service dog by most of the guide dog community. They're considered an assistance dog. Basically, here are the main differences. So a service dog usually will wear a vest. It usually has patches on it that say do not pet or medical alert and response, anything of that sort of nature. And then a guide dog wears a harness with a handle. I will actually put a picture of both here so that you guys can see what I mean. But basically, service dogs wear vests, guide dogs wear harnesses. Those are the two big differences you can tell. But that does not mean that a service dog cannot wear a harness and that a guide dog cannot wear a vest. So service dogs can wear harnesses, but they are not usually the guide harnesses. The guide harnesses are harnesses that kind of have a very long, broad handle on it, and service dogs harnesses usually, if they're wearing a harness, have a handle that sticks like straight up, and they're usually for mobility or stability purposes, whereas a guide harness is to lead. And vice versa, a guide dog can wear a vest, but it can't wear a vest really that says like service dog on it. It can wear something called a cape that attaches to its harness, and it has little pockets if you want to store, for example, poop bags or extra treats or ADA cards or whatever. If you want to store that just with you, or collapsible water bowls, then that might be the reason that you have a guide dog wear a vest, or not really a vest, but a cape. So some more differences. Difference number 2 about service dogs and guide dogs. Service dogs have many different purposes. The word service dog is used kind of as a broad catch-all term, but there are many different kinds of service dogs, such as seizure alert dogs, seizure alert and response dogs, medical alert dogs, for example, diabetes, or if you have POTS, which is called postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. They help, when you pass out and stuff like that. There are also dogs that are psychiatric service dogs that help people with panic attacks or PTSD, something like that. And then there are also dogs that are, specifically for veterans that are considered to be service dogs. And then there are also hearing dogs, which can alert the deaf or hearing impaired to loud noises. And then lastly, there are also assistance and mobility dogs that help people in wheelchairs, or with like a disability where they have trouble walking or something like that. So like I had said, the word service dog is used kind of to describe a broad range of everything, and the word guide dog is just guide dog. That's what they do. They guide. Guide dogs usually don't perform service work. I have heard of a few guide dogs performing things like retrieval for their owners, because when their owner drops something, it is very hard for them to find. But besides that, they do not do any service work, so they that is a big difference. Service dogs can do a variety of different tasks. For example, you could have a diabetic alert dog that also does something maybe for mobility, but you can't really have a guide dog that does something for psychiatric things as well. So as I was saying before I had to stop my previous video, basically service dogs can be used multi-purpose a lot of the times. They are multi-purpose dogs, and they can have obviously multiple purposes. Guide dogs usually don't. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that usually it doesn't happen. When a guide dog is signed up to be a guide dog, that's what they do. They don't do service work. They don't do stuff like that. It just
that's not what happens. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this clears a few questions up. If you had any questions about what service dogs did or about what guide dogs did, if you were confused maybe about some of the differences, I know I sure was when I first decided to become a guide dog user. I'll make sure to link the ADA down below so that you guys can see exactly like their regulations, rules, and policies on service dog handlers or service animal handlers. And I'll also make sure to leave below a link to like a few friends I have that have service dogs, and also just to like what kinds of service dogs there are if you want to learn more in depth about what specific kinds of service animals that there are and stuff like that. I did want to quickly just put in this quick disclaimer. The reason I have switched outfits and I'm in like totally different lighting and my voice sounds so much different, something ended up happening that day. I don't know what it was. I had to cut my video short and I never ended up getting back to refilming it just because I totally forgot about it, and then I went on a vacation and a bunch of other stuff happened, Easter and all that. I do actually want to apologize, guys, for not being able to post always when I say I'm going to. I'm a really busy person and I try really hard, so just bear with me. I know that I don't always post when I say I'm going to, but the truth is it's really hard for me to do so, so make sure to bear with me. You know, today especially, I don't even know if I'm going to get a video out today. Hopefully it'll be up maybe either today or tomorrow. I'm really struggling. A really beautiful person passed away in our community today. Her name is Jackie. If you've never seen her YouTube channel, it's called Chronically Jackie. I don't know if her family will still have it up, but if they do, I'll link it down below. She was a chronic illness warrior, and she really helped people like me. She was like one of the first channels I found that introduced me to the idea of a service dog, and then I found Molly Burke with her guide dog, and you know, Jackie was just, she was an amazing person. And although I didn't, you know, I never met her personally, my biggest condolences go out to her family and her friends, anybody that knew her. She was such an awesome person, and she kept fighting right up until the end. So make sure you guys go check out her channel and give her some love and some prayers because she deserves it. Unfortunately, her death was very sudden and very unexpected. So, yeah. So if you guys come over there and give her some love and prayers, she really needs that. So, may her soul rest in peace. And on a happier note, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe down below and leave a comment for any other video you would like to see me do. For example, I might be doing in the future a little like, what do you call, like a pre-guide dog gear haul. Like I'll show you all the gear I have already for my guide dog just so that like I'm prepared if you guys are interested. So let me know what kinds of things you guys like, and remember to laugh every day.